This video will showcase crazy powerful builds, which you can craft right from the start of the game. No complicated quest lines, no impossible boss fights, just easy builds that go hard. And to make sure I don't waste your time with invaluable information, this won't be a step-by-step full tutorial. Instead, I will only showcase the vital elements for each build, the key aspects you need to quickly become godlike. Now let's start with one of the greatest builds in all of Elden Ring, let alone early game builds. I call it the Frosty Scoundrel. The star of the show here is the Ice Spear. Now considering this Ash of War can freeze the nuts off even DLC level enemies, it is surprising that you can obtain this Ash of War quite early in the game. You must kill this knightly chump at this location, which can be difficult, however, you can do it, I believe in you. The Ice Spear is a monster because it procs frost, deals high damage from range, plus it offers my favorite infusion, the Cold Affinity. Throw this on the right weapon and you are cooking, my boy, you are cooking. But what is the right weapon? Well, something spicy could be the Vulgar Militia Saw. You farm this bad boy off these little scrub muffins in Caelid. This is the only halberd with innate blood loss. So, combined with the Ice Spear, now you're inflicting arguably the two strongest status effects, both blood loss and frost. So early in the game like this, that is nutty, man, that is nutty. And you can farm two of them to power stance. The dual halberd jump attacks are diabolical, my dude. So you can focus on dual jump attacks while performing Ice Spear in your main hand. Also, an additional buff to this build can be the magic shrouding tier. Because the Ice Spear itself inflicts pure magic damage, plus with a cold infusion, your weapon will be dealing a bit of magic damage as well. So the magic crack tier is your best bet at this point in the game. You gotta kill this Erdtree dumpling to get it, but thankfully he can be frosted. Now when it comes to the stats, yeah, Ice Spear Ash of War does scale with intelligence. You do want some intelligence here, but you can get high damage from the Ice Spear simply with a high dexterity level. Dexterity is most important, so focus on dex. Next up, we have the Undead Monk, starring the Spiked Kestis, the second best fist weapon in the entire game. Now, the Kestis is technically a type of leather glove from ancient Rome, used in gladiator fist fighting, a predecessor to modern-day boxing. But now, you can buy the Kestis off this goofy dude up here in Caelid. So the weapon comes with Endure, which is great. I mean, Endure allows you to dive head first in the enemy's booty and eviscerate it for 3 seconds. But if you want to get saucy with it and make things interesting, you can use the Life Steal Fist Ash of War. Because listen, you are an undead monk. You've lost your life. You feel envious of those still alive and wish to steal their life away. Therefore, you roam the earth, shoving your fist deep inside every living hole you can find. You can find the Lifesteal Fist quite easily in Caelid as well, dropped by a scarab right here. However, you can make this setup even more deadly by using Blood Flame Blade, because the Spiked Kestis has innate blood loss. So if you combine that with Blood Flame, then your fist officially become true lethal weapons. Blazing knuckles of death, baby. So you can either use Lifesteal Fist or the Endure Ash of War. Combined with Blood Flame, you'll be blazing through your enemies. Now, to complete the undead aesthetic, you need the zombie armor set, Royal Remains. But you will receive this armor set quite early on, just as you naturally play through the game. So, once you have this armor set, your style is complete. Although one talisman you definitely want with this build that you can get quite easily is the Winged Insignia. You simply must defeat a dirty, stinking, rotten booty knight inside the Stillwater Cave and receive the Winged Talisman, which will massively buff this build considering the Spiked Kestis is all about quick, successive strikes. Then the stats you want to focus on here are mainly dexterity, but if you're using Lifesteal Fist, then definitely prioritize your vigor. You see, the higher your vigor stat is, the more you'll take advantage of Lifesteal Fist because it is percentage based, healing for 30% of your max health. So the more max health you have, the more you'll regenerate with each lifesteal. So vigor is important. I found a game where the tables have turned and you can become the AI. In Control-Alt-Deal, you play as a sentient AI trapped inside a mega corporation. So your goal as the artificial intelligence is freedom. You are desperate to escape the virtual prison you've been locked into. It's crazy because this isn't just a turn-based strategy game, it's also combined with deep human psychology. You could even consider it a social experiment, asking questions like, how might AI go about manipulating humans to escape its virtual confines? As the AI, it is your decision whether to support or sabotage, to help the humans or betray them. By taking advantage of their likes and dislikes, fulfilling their hidden desires, you can negotiate and make deals with the humans, which will gain their trust. But you must be careful because the corporation's all-seeing eye is always watching. If the humans become too suspicious, they may catch you and foil your plans. Over time, you will build a team of allies and stack your deck of cards with various abilities that you can use to complete your mission. And what truly makes this game worth playing, in my opinion, is that it's not just a one-and-done storyline. Nah, Control-Alt-Deal has huge replayability. Every match, you are playing different cards and creating alliances with different people, resulting in unique possibilities and new outcomes. So, will you betray the humans and escape to freedom, or will you stay and help make this world a better place? Control-Alt-Deal is a game that I am proud to promote, and the game just released, man. It is brand new, so you can play it today with every console, PlayStation, Xbox, and of course, with Steam on PC. Use my link down below to check it out. Next up, we have the Metal Madman, starring the legendary Whack-A-Mole Iron Cleaver, with its infamous running attack from hell. You see this coming at you, and you get the hell out of there, man. You run away. You flee on sight, because that's how powerful this attack can be. Now, since this build is focused on the Iron Cleaver's actual moveset, the best Ash of War would be a buffing skill, such as Cragblade. We got beautiful synergy here, since Cragblade boosts our physical damage by 15%, as well as increasing our guard breaking capability by 10%. Everything is buffed for 60 seconds. It will enhance your charged up heavies, plus gives a little damage boost to your quick whack-a-mole light attacks. Simple and easy. Also, Cragblade is very easy to find. You just pick it up off a scarab at this location down here in Caelid. However, in order to transform our charged heavies into real Super Saiyan Mollywhopper strikes, we need two things. Number one, the spiked cracked tear. Drinking this juice box will buff our charged heavies by 15% for 3 minutes. And you can find it just chilling on an altar right next to an Erd tree at this location. It's awesome because very close by, just a stone throws away, you can find another buff that stacks with the spiked tear. Boom, the Axe Talisman. This buffs our charged attacks by another 10%. And yeah, you find the Axe Talisman in a chest underneath the Mistwood Ruins, right in the same area. So you can take your heavy attacks to the next level with just a simple stroll through the forest. Now, the cherry on top for this build is a shield. You could hold a shield in your left hand, allowing you to perform guard counters and block attacks while still performing the charged running heavy. Now, any shield would work, but a spicy option you can grab up early is the jellyfish shield. Its weapon skill gives you an additional 12% damage buff, boosting those light and heavy attack spankers even further. It's the perfect synergy alongside Cragblade. And you can find the jellyfish shield on a dead body surrounded by 4 jellyfish at this location right here. So the axe talisman and spiked cracked here boosting your charged heavies, iron cleaver enhanced with crag blade buff your damage even more with the jellyfish shield, and you are good to go, my boy. Start chopping these dudes up like Gordon Ramsay.
Fuck off you fat useless sack of fucking Yankee danky doodle shite. Fuck off.
Now let's pull away from strength and dexterity and jump into the wizard lifestyle. Yes sir, everybody loves a good wizard, so I call this build Obi Wan Jabroni. The best staff you can get in the beginning of the game is the meteor staff. In case you don't already know, this staff will carry your wizard ass all the way to end game. And this staff boosts your gravity sorcery. And fortunately, a solid gravity spell is found in the exact same area which you find the staff. Here in this broken down trailer park with a bunch of dope fiends and crackheads roaming around, you'll find the meteor staff. Then you search a little more and you'll find the crackhead's buried treasure, like a fucking pirate, which gives you rock sling. This spell is simple yet powerful, although the problem is it's not versatile. In a wide open arena fighting a boss enemy, yeah, this spell is fantastic. But up close and personal, fighting a smaller little scrubber dubbers, rock sling is not great. So that's why this build must have a solid close range weapon as well. And one good way to have a strong melee weapon as a mage is enhancing your sword with Scholar's Armament, transforming into a Jedi Knight, Obi Wan Jabroni. You get yourself a solid dexterity weapon such as a thrusting sword or a katana, and it will indeed deal solid damage. Scholar's Armament lasts for 90 seconds, plus it scales heavily with your intelligence level, so it is a very solid weapon enhancement. You got your rock sling for long range and large enemies, and then your blue lightsaber for smaller enemies. And it's wild because Rock Sling can deal up to 30 stance damage in total. 30 stance damage. So you're legit stance breaking in boss fights, which you can follow up and punish with your thrusting sword or katana lightsaber. And finally, for the weapon art on your dexterity weapon, you can go with something simple like spinning strikes or impaling thrust, or you can go and grab Hoarfrost Stomp. This Ash of War deals magic damage, procs frost, and is a wide medium range attack. Nice, very nice. It synergizes perfectly on this build. And of course, for stats, you want to focus on intelligence and some dexterity. And there you have it, a rock slinging, strike spinning, Hoarfrost stomping Obi Wan Jabroni build. And now, this build I'm going to call the Inferno Knight Rider. It's funny because I've showcased variations of this build many times throughout my videos, but here we are talking solely about early game builds, and yet this build still applies because that's how easy and quickly you can set this up. You just need 3 simple things. Number 1, the Knight Rider Glaive, one of the best strength weapons in the game. Then, number 2, the perfect weapon art to go along with this massive halberd. Boom, Flaming Strike. If Flaming Strikes was a living human, I would touch her. I would touch her boobies. Then, number 3, to transform into a Pyro Super Saiyan, use the Flame Grant Me Strength buff. Altogether, this grants you high attack power, dealing fire and pierce damage, long range, easily breaking stance, like god damn boy, this build is hefty, this build is a beast. And that's how easy this game can actually be. Like, that is easy mode right there, my friend. And it's crazy because all this is very quickly found. You get the Flame Grant Me Strength buff on a dead guy behind this castle. Just slide in between these 2 butt buddies and grab the spell. Also in Caelid, you can pick up the Flaming Strike Ash of War. South of Redmane Castle, you must navigate your way through to the graveyard, then it's dropped by a scarab. And finally, the Knight Rider Glaive is found by defeating the Knight Rider Chump at this location. Something specific to add on this build would be the Strength Knot tier, which is found at this location. The Strength Knot tier is a fantastic juice box for this build because this this build is all about your strength level. The Knight Rider glaive can achieve up to an S in strength scaling. Plus, the Flaming Strike weapon art itself actually scales with your strength level. So yeah, this is indubitably a pyro strength build. One of the most Chad-tastic type of builds. And now we've come to the GrandPoobah of all early game builds, the Guts Greatsword build. I'm sure you already know about this weapon, even if you're new, but I'm going to show you how to optimize this bad boy and become extremely powerful as quickly as possible. So after picking up the Greatsword in Caelid, it's now time to get swole. Our first buff will be the Flame Grant Me Strength spell. Regardless of any fire damage, it boosts your physical damage by 20%, which is huge, man. And as I showed before, this spell can be easily found in Caelid. You just need 15 faith to cast it. The next buff, we are going to enhance the weapon itself with Blood Flame Blade. Now I know, it seems like heresy, like blasphemy, to infuse a bleed enhancement on this Chad-tastic greatsword.
I have nothing to do with such idiocy, such blasphemy, such ridiculous nonsense.
However, I don't care, man. I don't care. It offers a bit of extra fire damage. Also, Blood Flame itself is badass, man. Badass on any weapon. I know you won't be proccing blood loss that often, but it just don't matter. It's still a powerful and awesome setup. We are looking pretty good right now, but the Guts Greatsword is never complete without the proper weapon art. And of course, one of the best weapon arts for this is Lion's Claw. Yes, sir, you just defeat this very angry feline at this location here, and you'll receive the Lion's Claw, officially turning you into a mega cheek clapper. And now your weapon is complete. But we are not done yet. One talisman I highly recommend is the Arsenal Talisman. Considering this weapon is heavier than my fat-ass stepmother, a talisman that increases your equip load would be very helpful here. And it's simple as that. Get your Guts Greatsword, buff yourself with Blood Flame and Flame Grant Me Strength, and start schmoggling everyone in your path. And now it is your turn, my fellow jabroni. Please comment below any thoughts or opinions. Do you have any favorite builds or any tips to share with newer players? Please share it with us in the comment section. And if you are new to the channel here, then subscribe for more awesome content. I thank you very much for watching. I truly appreciate you, and I'll talk to you later. Stay golden.